World Series of Wrestling presents International Assault, the Tour 2005. I'm Scott Hudson, joined, as always, by JB, Jeremy Morash, and Stephen Prazak as WSW presents the International Assault Tour 2005. We start off with the triple threat involving that man, the future, Frankie Kazarian.
Direct from Anaheim, California, Frankie Kazarian comes to Newcastle tonight in search of a win in this three-way dance. His opponents, the very mysterious Super Dragon. Extensive tours of the Orient has this man very well schooled in submissions and various offensive maneuvers. Also involved in this, TNT, Australia native cruiserweight superstar.
That he is, and I tell you, the light heavyweight scene throughout, not just merely North America, but throughout the world, and certainly in Australia, are certainly taking quite a big step upwards with the way that the quality of pro wrestling has been vaulting up into new heights, and that's what these light heavyweights bring to the game. And we're seeing three of the very best here tonight, here at International Assault 2005.
What a tour it's been thus far, certainly heading into tonight. A lot of implications springing out of the last two nights in Sydney and Melbourne. Tonight we are going to see the final match in the AJ Styles Christopher Daniels Best of 3 series. And boy, if it's anything like the first two, tonight they are going to tear the house down here in Newcastle. Plus tonight we're going to see Jeff Jarrett challenge Rhino for the World Series of Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Can Jarrett leave Australia with championship gold? Of course, he is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Scott, but tonight he would certainly look to add the WSW World Heavyweight title on his mantelpiece.
Jeff Jarrett will come into that contest angry. Not only did he not win the match where they crowned the inaugural champion, that of course went to Rhino, but he also lost Rhino's initial defense of that title. He's 0 for 2 on this tour.
That's true. These three men beginning to size each other up. And in a three-way matchup, in addition to be able to defeat your opponent, mind you have two opponents, I think one of the key strategies is paying attention, because you could easily lose the match and not be pinned.
Triple threat rules apply here. Kazarian, TNT, and Super Dragon. Look at Kazarian just opening up and hang on. A little bit of teamwork showing up now between TNT and Super Dragon. Into the ropes goes Kazarian. Roll through escape. Duck under the double clothesline attempt. Arm drag takedown by TNT. Arm drag takedown by Kazarian. Tilt to whirl, no. Into a head scissors takeover. Missed the elbow. Dragon missed the elbow. Kazarian missed the leg drop. All three men up top. Double drop kick, didn't connect. Watch TNT.
The hometown favorite, or the home country favorite, ending up on the top of that encounter.
What a night it was for TNT in Sydney on this International Assault Tour 2005. Can lightning strike twice for the youngster here in Newcastle?
And Kazarian goes hog wild, forearms first, right across the face of the local boy, TNT.
Arm bar into an arm ringer. Duck under escape by Kazarian. Hip toss over the top, and Frankie Kazarian, the future, goes outside. Meanwhile, Dragon, knife edge chop on TNT. Oh, opened him up one more time. And TNT. Reversal. Oh, caught him. Shoulder block. Drop Super Dragon. Step over by TNT. Duck under. Flip through escape. Duck the clothesline. Did TNT. Dragon hit the clothesline. No. DDT from TNT.
Acronyms aside, quick thinking on the part of TNT, but only a 2 count goes.
And TNT and Super Dragon doing battle in center ring. Meanwhile, the future Frankie Kazarian just watching from below the bottom rope on the ring apron.
TNT up on top row and turns it into a great arm drag. Super Dragon trying to counter, but TNT has other plans indeed. Rolling up TNT.
And Kazarian watching furtively from the apron. Watch Frankie. Oh!
major league leg drop off that top rope. And TNT has seen plenty of stars tonight here in Newcastle.
Oh, I think Frankie Kazarian may have bruised his coccyx.
Again?
Pardon me?
You can probably get arrested for that.
He hit with some authority on that leg drop to break up the pin attempt, but the Future is the only one standing.
Interesting to note, Kazarian has wrestled all over the world. Certainly when you take a look at his stature right now in professional wrestling, leaving the WWE earlier this year. Some personality conflicts there, but
That's hard to believe.
look at this. A situation there, everybody's locked in. Super Dragon with the advantage.
Super Dragon, the only one not on the wrong end of some submission maneuver.
Super Dragon tying up the legs of TNT. And tying up the head of Frankie Kazarian in the attempt. Good thinking on your feet if you're a Super Dragon.
Uh-oh, surfboard coming up by the Dragon. Oh, no, we've seen that maneuver before from Super Dragon.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how.
I don't want to learn that. Neither does TNT. Just a boot in the back of the head, driving that beak right in the canvas.
Well, they have some good plastic surgeons in Newcastle tonight.
They have good dentists here, I heard.
Well, that's great.
Not again. Here we go. Sets him up. Could it be a real surfboard? No, again. Just a beak buster on TNT.
A number of athletes in the independent scene in North America love doing that move because the match usually ends up much shorter because of it.
Watch Kazarian with the face jam off the ropes.
Good old Bulldog. Don't see too many Bulldogs down and out under, do we?
Real ones or wrestling ones.
Correct, sir.
Into the ropes goes TNT. Frankie waiting on him. Held on. Backdrop. Kazarian caught himself on the apron. Sets up. Shoulder block on TNT. Kazarian. Slingshot DDT from the apron into the ring.
Kazarian loves that move. We've seen it from him before. One of the many great innovative moves that Kazarian has brought.
Back press, hooked the near leg, got a 2 count.
The Anaheim native taking it to Super Dragon and TNT. TNT with the home field advantage, guys. He is an Australian native. And you can bet competition like this, at least in the form of Kazarian and Super Dragon, doesn't come around too often.
Nice head scissors takeover that time by TNT. Kazarian backed into the corner.
Boy, somersaulting feet first right under the face of the Future Frankie Kazarian. Oh, and TNT meets up head first with Super Dragon. End of story. Ouch.
Watch Super Dragon.
TNT has certainly come into his own, certainly making a name for himself. And I know many of the American promoters watching this tour taking note of TNT. An impressive victory the other night in Sydney. Let's see if we can pull it out here in Newcastle tonight. Kazarian now sizing up Super Dragon in the corner. We've seen this before. Here comes.
Good Lord. 2 feet right into them. I'll be polite here, the hamstrings.
And, of course, the kip up. TNT, though, right in there as well with a swinging neck breaker. Slows down Kazarian.
That'll slow down anybody. Boy, TNT very slowly getting to his feet as this 3-way action between 2 or 3 of the great super light heavyweights in the world today really impressing the crowd here tonight in Newcastle.
You talk about innovation. Super Dragon throwing his innovative style into the ring as well tonight.
Oh! Right in the
Super
steamed
Dragon
dumplings.
being knocked off his perch and had hamstrings first over that top rope.
Go behind by TNT. Standing switch, waist lock that time. Oh-ho!
Why, super kick right in to that belly-to-back suplex. Super Dragon landing right on his neck there. Very dangerous maneuver.
Boy, these 3 athletes dusting off their A-games here tonight in front of a very hungry Newcastle pro wrestling audience. The international assault. Wow. Talk about assault. How about airborne assault? Frankie Kazarian sailing, heading over that top rope. Right at the Super Dragon. Yow.
He wiped out Super Dragon and also wiped out his right arm, hitting that guardrail on the way down. TNT from inside.
Hope they cleared that with the Newcastle tower.
All three individuals taking it to high-risk maneuvers. High-flying, high-risk offense is the norm for these three.
That it is indeed. However, all three are now on the ground, on the floor, here in the arena in Newcastle. Who's going to come up with trumps here is anyone's guess. Check that, TNT. A little bit of offense, albeit very little. Oh, and a swift kick right to the head from Craigie Kazarian.
Swinging neckbreaker from the future wiped out TNT. Meanwhile, Super Dragon shaking it loose outside and only a 2 count on TNT from Kazarian.
Yep, Super Dragon is probably in the best position right now trying to gather his wits. Tripping up. Craigie Kazarian in the attempt.
Super Dragon unloading on the future. The ringside area. Super Dragon going to take it up top.
Oh, look at this.
TNT cut him off.
It's a bit less high risk, though, when you're being thwarted mid-strategy.
Now Kazarian in the ring.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Sunset flip superplex.
Good night. Kazarian knew his ring positioning, anticipated the maneuver of his opponent's perfect execution.
Seeing your opportunities as they arise, no matter how unusual or unpredictable they may be. As these three athletes trying to shake those proverbial cobwebs loose. And Kazarian coming up on the top end of that predicament. I don't think Michael Jones ever did an airplane spin quite like that.
I think he did at Syracuse. Back press, hooks the far leg, is it over? No, Super Dragon breaks it up. Now Dragon takes TNT, reversal, Dragon, hard into the turnbuckle, TNT. Flip up, no, watch this one. Dragon. Sort of a version of the STF.
Yeah, our perspective doesn't quite nail what exactly the move is involved here. As Dragon definitely grapefining as much as he possibly can every available limb of TNT. Into the ropes, pretty much puts the kibosh on that.
Boy, but TNT, you can see what that took out of this youngster. Kazarian finally shaking loose the cobwebs across the way, but wow! Senton from the top and a drop kick, but only a 2 count.
TNT is still able to kick out. Impressive indeed.
TNT just pancaked there by the larger Super Dragon after that drop kick, connected to Kazarian. And the senton just right on TNT.
Baseball slide right under the face of Super Dragon.
Nice Dragon suplex that time by Dragon, but Kazarian broke it up, saving TNT. And his own skin, too, because TNT was ready to tap out. Oh, no. Escape. Ooh. Back press, hooks the leg, only a 2.
And Super Dragon in great ring position to be able to thwart that 3 count. All three of these competitors paying attention, dusting off their A games here tonight in Newcastle.
Forearm shot from Super Dragon. Kazarian up top. Oh, terrific. Basement drop kick nailed Super Dragon. Kazarian sets him. Got him. Inverted Russian leg sweep. Back press hooks the leg, but TNT breaks it up.
The action is fast and furious. You can't even blink or you'll miss a very key moment in this 3-way matchup starting off these festivities here this evening here in Newcastle.
Wow, this is just our first matchup. Yet to come, Nydia, Gail Kim, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Team 3D, Jeff Jarrett Rhino. What a night we have in store. Yet to come, and we're just kicking it off here with this incredible 3-way.
Oh, yes, the evening is young. And the TNT can almost taste victory. Be a rather sweet victory here tonight in his home country, I would think.
TNT gonna take it up top.
Better hurry up, TNT. Don't waste your time. Oh, you wasted your time.
Planted himself on the top turnbuckle. Kazarian.
And TNT sperm count is now in single digit.
Kazarian will follow TNT up to the top. Super Dragon all but out. Kazarian. Oh! From the top. 2. Got him.
Wow, what an incredible win for Kazarian here in Australia. What a move. Let's take a look at it again. From the top rope, flips him over, lands right in the center. Full impact there, and certainly a victory for Kazarian here at the International Assault Tour 2005. Log on to our website right now at internationalassault.com. All the latest news and information. Of course, you can order the other DVDs as well. But up next, it's Andrew Martin taking on the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And certainly when you take a look at these two, Andrew Martin with the height advantage, Samoa Joe with a weight advantage in this matchup. Pretty evenly matched overall, but these two behemoths are about to lock up here in Newcastle. What a matchup we're about to see.
Bit of a styles clash between these two very accomplished athletes. Different backgrounds, histories in different wrestling organizations. Samoa Joe with Ring of Honor, and throughout the North American wrestling scenes, more particularly Southern California. Andrew Martin also spent some time in California and also wrestled with WWE, being involved in some series of bizarre scenarios with that crazy woman who kind of runs things up there. I forget her name.
Linda McMahon.
That's her name.
And let's not forget the run that Samoa Joe has had in NWA TNA. Good to see someone of his caliber getting a shot on the national stage.
And interestingly, somebody of the body type of Samoa Joe, kind of a look back at another era entirely, but the style of wrestling that Samoa Joe brings to the table is entirely 21st century. I mean, I don't think you'd ever confuse, say, Samoa Joe with a Sweet Hansen, perhaps, from another era. But Samoa Joe is definitely setting pro wrestling styles and tongues a-wagging these days in the year of 2005.
If I hear any more Joe chants, I'm going to kick all your asses.
Well, that probably won't do much good for the cause there.
I don't want to hear any Joe chants, you hear me?
Andrew Martin not exactly endearing himself here to the multitudes here tonight in Newcastle. Don't think that was high in his agenda in the first place.
Oh, man! Forearm shot into the jaw.
Andrew Martin showing I guess he's trying to identify with the fans a little bit. Maybe trying to get on the ire of the fans here. And certainly
he's got the ire of the fans here tonight in Newcastle. No doubt, Jeremy.
Look at him licking his own bicep.
Nobody else are looking for him.
I'll pass.
Or you were his best hope.
Boy, has he sunk that low. Good heavens. Andrew Martin and Samoa Joe locking horns tonight here at International Assault Tour 2005.
What a legacy of wrestlers of Samoan heritage. And Joe has packed them all on his shoulders and taken it into 2005. You look back at men like The Rock, at Ekbo, at the Tonga Kid, at Fatu, at the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika.
How about the High Chief, Peter Maivia?
Exactly.
Let's go back even further than that.
That entire legacy riding on the broad shoulders of this young man, and he is doing them proud.
Matter of fact, Samoa Joe had a series of incredible matches with nothing less than with Kenta Kobashi in the rings of Ring of Honor. That really, forgive me, Jeremy, set tongues a-wagging throughout the pro wrestling scene in North America. Boy, I tell you what remarkable athlete that Samoa Joe is, but even he falls prey to the fingers in the eye. I tell you, that's a time-honored trick.
Did you see the ring move? When Andrew Martin sent Samoa Joe into that steel ring post, the ring moved like 2 feet.
There is no room for jumping jacks in pro wrestling. I might have pointed that out to you.
Well, they call him the Samoan submission machine with good reason. An offensive arsenal that can attack from anywhere. It's very explosive. Can hit you at any time, from any point. But his submission maneuvers, the very vast amount of submission maneuvers he picked up over in Japan, are really what separates him from everyone else. And his explosive speed. Don't let his size fool you. He can hit you with something out of nowhere. One of the fastest power slams, the muscle buster, the senton. He's got it all.
A gifted man indeed, that is Samoa Joe, but he's now on the receiving end of some serious punishment from Andrew Martin.
Snapper out of the corner from Andrew Martin, barring the left arm of Samoa Joe.
Andrew Martin, the man who used to trade under the name of Test back in his days with WWE. These days, Andrew Martin is his real name, and that's good enough for our folks here in Newcastle, Australia, here tonight.
Now look at Joe. Firing back into the midsection of Andrew Martin, into the corner. Joe charged right into that size 13. And now Martin.
Andrew Martin used to bodyguard for some of the top rock acts across the United States.
I don't know if you knew this, Scott Hudson used to bodyguard for England Dan and John Ford Coley back in the day.
Well, certainly Motley Crue, nothing to sneeze at, but that is who Andrew Martin was with for a number of years.
Regardless of what, Andrew Martin. Very tall, big, rangy individual.
Samoa Joe trying to get the fans behind him.
Well, that's no problem. That's definitely a Samoa Joe crowd here tonight in Newcastle as Joe slowly getting to his feet and fighting his way out of this predicament. Big fist, those ham-sized fits in the guts. Oh, wait, reverse atomic drop. Unapologetic boot right to the chin. Oh, and there's a Samoan senton.
Oh, a timeout. Andrew Martin and a right hand. There's your timeout from Samoa Joe. Into the corner goes Martin. Samoa Joe charges in. High knee right into the chest.
Boy, Martin's on Wobbly Street, which is a suburb of Newcastle.
Street is a suburb. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now look at this.
Big Street. Samoa Joe looking for some crowd approval, and they're more than happy to comply with that face wash.
Oh!
Wow.
It's an easy way to get plastic surgery.
Do they have good plastic surgeons in Newcastle, do they? Or is Samoa Joe the only one?
Good dentist. Very good dentist here.
Oh, that's good.
Andrew Martin may be in line for the next face transplant. After the face washing given him by Samoa Joe. Uh-oh, here it comes again. Ooh,
oh!
Not so fast.
Martin hit the back elbow, and Samoa Joe charged right into this one. Up top, shoulder high, dropped it. And 2 count after the Martinizer, but hang on. Martin can't believe it.
Not exactly 1 hour Martinizing. Looks like Andrew Martin wanted to take him out a hell of a lot sooner.
Uh-oh, pump handle. Coming up. Up top. Oh, nice escape by Joe.
Yeah.
Clubbing forearm into the upper back.
Oh, he's getting him set up for the muscle buster. The finishing maneuver of Samoa Joe. Finished off many opponents.
A lot of muscles to bust. Can he hang on? Look at Martin's going to keep firing back, but Joe softening him up.
Joe's trying to get him in a cradle where he will actually physically pick him up to the center of the ring and drop him right on his back. If he can hook it up, that's going to spell the end for Andrew Martin.
Ooh! Rake right into the eye. Oh!
Boy, Martin met up with a boot from Samoa Joe. Boy, right into the face.
What agility by the 290-pounder. Side press, hooks the far leg and only got a 2 count.
Impressive defensive posture from Samoa Joe, thinking on his feet. Still not enough to get those massive shoulders of Andrew Martin down for what is becoming a very elusive 3 count.
A size 13 right in the jaw of Samoa Joe. Lateral press. Is this it? No. Joe kicked out at 2. Martin can't believe it. Neither can I.
Martin's absolutely furious. Thought for sure that was a 3 count, but I think Samoa Joe and the official beg to differ on that count.
Andrew Martin going outside the ring now. What's he looking for, Scott? I think this could be a sign of desperation. He's tried everything he can to beat the Samoan submission machine.
He's looking for Stephanie McMahon's integrity.
Well, that's way down under.
He might have to keep looking.
Yeah, keep digging. Samoa Joe back to a knee.
Oh, there it is. That looks to be a sign of some sort, a crosswalk sign.
Why
possibly?
is there a crosswalk sign under a ring?
Oh!
There's a
Single leg
crosswalk
schoolboy. Can he hang on? No! Oh, that was so close. The echo effect of that street sign just tattooed Andrew Martin. Samoa Joe, open-handed slaps. Uh-oh, referee. Oh, wow. Man! Got him right in the coconuts.
Boy, Samoa going down low. Andrew Martin going down low. Outside
And
of
he
the
got
referee's
him.
view. I'll tell you, point is moot, though. Oh, dear.
Wow, what a victory. Andrew Martin victorious. Low
Ooh.
blow, look at that. And that was all he needed. Referee didn't see it. Referee
Good night!
got paintbrushed. Fines and suspensions will be levied for that.
I hope
Put your
so.
hands on an official. The International Assault Tour continues with that man, Nathan Jones. From Sydney, Australia comes this giant of a madman in action tonight. His opponent will be Mark Hilton one-on-one. And Scott, got to ask you, going into a match like this, Mark Hilton, assemble a strategy, please.
Well, you got to figure out what his weakness is. The man's 7 feet tall, 375 pounds. Where is he weak? Well, where is everybody weak? Maybe the eyes, the gynecological area. I mean, who knows? You got to do what you got to do to win the match. But you've got to get there first. His eyes are almost 7 feet in the air. Mark Hilton, not a small man, but I don't know. I don't know what to do other than just going for the obvious weaknesses and saying a prayer past that. He's out of luck.
Perhaps, I don't know, bring him down to size. Perhaps taking out a leg, taking out a knee. Getting to that point, though, might be a tall order, figure the pun, indeed. And Mark Hilton might need to go to strategy B. What do you say?
I think he's past that already. Nathan Jones glowering down at Hilton at the ringside area. Hilton has tried. He set up a couple of offensive maneuvers, just had absolutely no effect. Jones threw him across the ring.
What a massive chunk of humanity this Nathan Jones is. Oh, that's a great career move there, Mark Hilton. Chest to chest to Nathan Jones.
Into the ropes goes Hilton. Oh, that had no impact at all. Ducked the clothesline, Hilton. Ooh!
There's your impact.
My God. Back elbow just dropped him. Hit him right in the chest. Took his breath away. Into the corner. Jones. Oh.
Jones keeping very active in addition to his...
Oh, there you go. That's all he can do.
Going low.
Hit him right in the wheelhouse.
Looks like Nathan Jones has got his front end realigned, courtesy of Mark Hilton. And a missile drop kick. That's not too convincing. Whoa, the drop kick setting Nathan Jones over that top rope, but he lands on his feet.
Not a bad drop kick. It's just you're drop kicking a brick wall.
But Jones landed on his feet, and he's laughing about it.
He's laughing about it. He's entertained by the whole thing.
Oh, boy.
Well, he likes seeing Hilton take that beauty shot across the way. And Hilton now with with a right hand. Heard that one land way over here. Ducking 2 clotheslines, Hilton. Oh!
Unceremoniously back first, right in the middle of the ring. And I tell you, when you're Nathan Jones, I'll tell you, that's a long way to fall.
He's going to check out of the Hilton and check into a hospital if he gets another one of those.
Is Mark Hilton related to one of the Hilton heirs, is he?
Paris.
Ah. I don't see the resemblance.
No, he's actually from Sydney.
Oh, what are the Sydney Hiltons?
Did you see the elevation there? Just picked him up and tossed him like a loaf of bread.
And Mark Hilton is still not up. Nathan Jones again laughing. He's getting more entertainment out of this than the crowd is. And the crowd's loving it. Into the ropes. Oh!
Boy, Mark Hilton is just being decimated, just annihilated by Nathan Jones. Man who's a good head and a half taller than he is. Oh, and a bear hug, so bringing the point home. And those forearms seem to be lacking authority.
Oh, and a bite right in the eye. Well, he's taken my strategy to heart. He hit him low and went to the eyes.
A sunset flip that went nowhere.
Nice kip up. Oh, no. Oh!
Wow. Major League Uranagi chokeslam from Nathan Jones.
That's it.
You would think so, yeah.
Wow, what a victory for Nathan Jones. Another in a long string of defeats that he has, anyone who has stepped in his path has suffered. The International Assault Tour continues now. Get ready for the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. Direct to us from the City of Angels. The fallen angel comes into the International Assault Tour 1-1 against the phenomenal AJ Styles in this match 3 of the best of 3 series. Daniels is the longest reigning X Division champion in TNA history, and now he faces the current X Division champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. In a matchup that we saw kicking off this tour in Melbourne, it was AJ Styles over Daniels in the 30-minute Ironman match. And the other night in Sydney, it was Daniels evening it up 1-1 as we hear the music for the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
The proverbial rubber match. 1-1 in the best of 3. Here he is, the X Division champion, and quite frankly, the best there is right now.
Georgia, weighing 212 pounds. He is the current TNA X Division champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
From his humble beginnings, his origins, at the little NWA arena in Cornelia, Georgia, this Gainesville, Georgia native, AJ Styles dazzled crowds from his first night in. Trained by former NWA World Tag Team Champion Rick Michaels, AJ Styles has elevated the art of pro wrestling to levels totally unknown. It's just a remarkable, remarkable athlete. And as good as he is these days, AJ Styles is actually getting better. And I think I can make the same claim to one fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Looking at the tail of the tape, both men pretty equal in this matchup. However, Daniels has the edge with experience. Daniels has almost a decade on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. However, if you look at the win-loss record right now, it's dead even on this tour, 1-1, as we enter into match 3. What a best-of-3 series this has been. I'd put this up against anything.
Oh, yeah.
As far as best-of-3 series goes, these two have torn it up all 2 nights now previously, and I have a feeling, my gut tells me, we're about to see it for a 3rd night.
And Daniels knows that by all right, he should have already won the best of 3. He did win the 2nd match, and he thinks, and quite frankly, everyone that watched it thinks he won the 1st match, but legally and without controversy, AJ Styles pinned him with 1 second left. But Daniels had dominated that contest, start to finish.
Well, if you had not had a chance to see that matchup, and we are seeing some history right here in the making with a finale, but get your hands on a copy of that Melbourne DVD if you have not seen it. That 30-minute Ironman match, one of the best. In fact, people saying the Sydney match the other night, one of the best matches in the history of wrestling in Sydney, Australia. Tall order, certainly, but I think these two lived up to that moniker, that declaration given to them on that matchup.
I would think so. I would think that when athletes the caliber of Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles come to town, the accolades come accordingly shortly thereafter. But I would think, though, the strategy of this matchup depends intrinsically on what happened in previous nights in Melbourne and Sydney. And it would be definitely a good learning experience for all of our Australian wrestling fans and everybody watching this DVD to pick up the Sydney and Melbourne DVDs.
Watch Daniels, under the ropes goes AJ. Nice arm drag takedown counter by AJ Styles. Christopher Daniels ducked the clothesline. AJ Styles, oh man! Both men going for the high cross body and just meeting like a couple of freight trains colliding in midair. That'd be airplanes, I guess, colliding in midair. Thank you. But the collision nonetheless having a lot of impact on both men. Wow, spinning heel kick wiped out the fallen angel. Lateral press, hooks the far leg. Referee down, got a 2 count. Did AJ.
Both AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels would love nothing less than bragging rights for winning 2 of these 3 key events in their tour down under at International Assault Tour 2005.
Well, what a tour it's been. Certainly hats off to all the folks involved in making this tour possible. One of the most exciting tours and great wrestling action I've ever been a part of, ever witnessed.
And AJ went for the drop kick. Daniels held onto the top rope, and AJ flopped into the center of the ring. Oh, look at AJ Styles.
There's nothing flop-like about AJ Styles, without a doubt.
Head scissors takeover, takes the fallen angel back to the ringside area. JJ, slingshot crossbody, wiped out the angel.
White plunging clearly over that top rope onto the fallen angel. Forgive the pun. As AJ Styles is showing the multitudes here in Newcastle tonight why he is indeed phenomenal.
And you talk about how Styles makes it look so easy. Every time out, AJ Styles delivers some of the most amazing, innovative offensive maneuvers you're going to see anywhere. And best of all, it makes it look like it's nothing. Like it's of no real effort. That's how good he is.
We've mentioned this before. If AJ Styles can go through the next several years of his career relatively injury-free, he is going to go down as one of the all-time greats that the sport has ever seen. And Christopher Daniels not too far behind.
I don't think they've ever seen anything like AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
And Daniels wants to stop this AJ Styles juggernaut right here, please. And Styles is probably going to have none of it, my guess.
He's taking a little bit of time here.
Daniels knows if he can just slow the match down, slow the pace down, it might work to his advantage. This is an obvious play to do just that.
A handshake, and Styles, that's his version of a handshake.
It's a head shake.
Yeah, it's good to see you, fallen angel.
Watch Daniels now into the ropes. AJ sets him up. Reversal. Styles. Cut him off. Telegraphed it. Spins him. Scooping a slam into the center of the ring. AJ Styles. He can fly. Nailed him with a knee into the cranium.
It's kind of hard to miss that cranium, that gleaming cranium of fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Now AJ gonna pull him back in. Elbow right across the chest of Christopher Daniels. And now AJ sits him. Daniels. Nice counter. Just grabbing the head and neck breaker across the top rope.
Just snapped his neck right across the top. Usually you see that from the front of the neck, cutting off the carotid artery and that area, but there actually Daniels reversed it and went and snapped the neck from the back.
Yikes. You want to run risk of some serious whiplash for that.
Oh, man.
Charging clothesline from the fallen angel. And AJ Styles can barely even stand.
Forearm shot into the back of the head. Dropped AJ Styles. AJ still feeling the effects of that running lariat. Caught him right in the throat, right in the upper chest. Boy, and Daniels can smell victory here. It's all knotted up, one apiece in the best of 3.
The fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Boy, wrenching the head of the phenomenal AJ Styles, who's not feeling too phenomenal at this point. Boy, Daniels is ruthless in his attack here tonight.
Daniels never afraid to jaw jack with the fans. Everywhere we've gone on this tour, Melbourne, Sydney, and tonight here in Newcastle, Daniels has had it in for these fans. I don't know what it is. They've treated him well. They've shown respect, and he has not shown an ounce of it in return.
I would think jaw jacking with the fans is probably AJ Styles' best friend. The more he jaw jacks with the fans, gives AJ Styles plenty of time to perhaps get some wind back in those lungs.
Flip over neck breaker, lateral press. Using all parts of his body, all limbs to get the pinfall. AJ still kicked out at 2.
You want to talk about textbook offense, textbook defense, these two? If a book was written, a textbook was written on wrestling, you'd see much of the activity these two bring to the table involved in that. No doubt about it. Everything these two do with authority, very well thought out as well.
In demand from wrestling organizations throughout the world. Oh my! The fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, thinking on his feet, dropping AJ Styles square on the back of his head in the middle of the ring. Oh, this is it. This has got to be, oh, check that.
Only a 2 count on AJ. For everything AJ brings to the ring, he is all heart. Yeah, he's a great athlete. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a smart wrestler. He's a tactician, but he's all heart. Above everything else, he just does not want to lose.
I think considering how much experience both these athletes have, they still retain that hunger that they had back in their salad days. And that's all the more remarkable. That shows the makings of some truly remarkable athletes. That is Christopher Daniels, that is AJ Styles, and we have them for you this week here from Newcastle, Australia.
Watch Christopher Daniels. AJ Styles still all but out in center ring, and Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel. Is he sensing destiny being handed to him here in Newcastle? Will he win the best of 3 against the best in the world?
If you waste much more time, he's not.
Ooh!
Looks like Daniels think AJ is toast. And AJ Styles begs to differ with a convincing kick out.
On 2, and now Christopher Daniels letting his anger, his emotions get the best of him. We've seen him do that with the fans, now doing it with the official.
Now, CB Cochran doesn't have to take this, certainly. He's the official.
CB Cochran
He's the man
is all
in
of
charge.
95 pounds soaking wet.
Let's hope it doesn't resort to that. Let's
that'd be
hope
4
Daniels.
stone.
Oh, but AJ couldn't take advantage of that distraction.
We can't quite grab the brevity of this hold, the concept of this hold, perhaps like a quarter Nelson.
Well, he's barring that right arm and then wrenching the neck
Oh, there we go.
with the left hand. Obviously a submission maneuver. I don't think he's going to get a submission out of this, but it's going to do a lot of damage to AJ Styles.
I don't know, Styles getting to his feet fairly quickly. Styles obviously gutting out some serious pain. Oh, that's AJ Styles. It's part and parcel to what he brings.
Watch AJ. Whoa!
Boy, a lariat out of left field.
Third or fourth really high-impact clothesline that these two have delivered to each other. We saw one earlier from Daniels. AJ countering now with one of his own. You want to talk about a clothesline from hell? I would have to categorize that very maneuver we just saw from AJ Styles in the same tradition. Taking his head off. That's the intent of it.
Certainly within the vicinity of hell. Well, let's add another one on that one. Make it a pair.
Clothesline from AJ Styles following that discus lariat enziguri into the back of the head. Has Daniels wobbling. And he's down. AJ Styles has taken the best that the fallen angel has to offer. Sets him. Pump handle slam coming up. Oh, into the gut buster. Ooh, stiff kick right in the chest.
Very clever, untraditional offense from AJ Styles. I'd expect nothing less, but only a 2 count applies.
Styles just went for the fences on that kick. Now singling for a torture rack of sorts. We've seen Styles do this before. Always been very successful for him.
Oh, just a backbreaker, the torture rack maneuver. Single leg cradle out of the slam, only a 2 count for AJ Styles.
Well, bending a body in which a way it was not designed to go. That torture rack should have pinned any normal man, but the fallen angel Christopher Daniels is anything but normal.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to AJ Styles, and especially when it comes to a best-of-3 series. Watch AJ. Caught himself. Daniels out of the way too quick. AJ! Rana from the apron.
Boy, Huracan Rana-ing the fallen angel right on the floor here in Newcastle. Crowd is absolutely dazzled by the exploits of AJ Styles here tonight.
Another high-risk maneuver with high result, with a high payoff.
It paid off, all right, yeah.
Styles now looking to go to the top rope, it looks like. Thing about Styles is you never know with what he's going to try. You never know what he's going to try and hit from the top rope. Oh. Ooh, that time came up short on the spiral tap.
It tapped his own spiral, I think. AJ is in a world of hurt in center ring. Christopher Daniels.
Problem is when you're airborne like AJ Styles is, with a knowledgeable opponent like Christopher Daniels, could give you just a brief couple of seconds to roll out in time. One of those rare tactical moves, rare tactical errors from AJ Styles.
Oh. Uranagi suplex. Leveled AJ Styles. Christopher Daniels. Are we going to see the best moonsault ever? Looks like it. Oh! What impact!
Bingo!
Is it over?
It sure is.
2.
Oh, no! Check that! Christopher Daniels can scarcely believe that AJ Styles kicked out of one of the most beautiful, almost poetic moonsaults in the business.
No one here in Newcastle can believe it.
Now he calls it the best moonsault ever because it usually is enough to finish up his opponent. Not this time.
Well, not every opponent is AJ Styles.
However, Daniels still has a lot in his repertoire. He has the Angel's Wings.
Don't speak of the devil.
That's what he's going for right now.
AJ blocked it. Escape. Ducked the clothesline. One with the Pele.
Out of nowhere, AJ Styles hits the Pele.
All the more remarkable considering he has his back to his opponent. Oh boy, that's AJ.
Nice escape. Go behind. Roll up. Double leg cradle. That's it.
And AJ Styles wins the best of 3.
The winner of the match and the winner of the best of 3 series on the International Assault Tour, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles has proven it on this night and on this tour. He was the better man.
And it was the element of surprise key in the victory of AJ Styles. Plenty of AJ Styles fans tonight here in Newcastle, and if there weren't any before, oh good heavens!
Christopher Daniels, talk about a sore loser. I thought he had respect for Styles.
He probably does, but I think he's just more disappointed in the way that things transpired here this evening and wants to leave an impression, perhaps on the skull of AJ Styles in the attempt.
Oh, what a horrible display of sportsmanship by Christopher Daniels. Oh, now what? Oh, come on, get in there, ref. Hang on a second, who is that?
Is that Gail Kim? That's Gail Kim.
What is Gail Kim?
Standing in the way of AJ Styles. Very, very good.
Protecting AJ from Christopher Daniels. What in the world is going on?
Hey, thank you, Gail. All right. Christopher Daniels, the hothead he obviously has turned into after his loss here tonight in Newcastle. Happily, Gail Kim able to get in the way to prevent more abuse from taking place.
What's the connection between Gail Kim and AJ Styles?
Well, they're certainly there. There's something there, and certainly we're going to find out.
And she was ready to take a chair shot for AJ.
Daniels going the back to get Nydia, the arch rival of Gail Kim. And we may see ourselves a mixed tag team match coming up next here on the International Assault Tour.
First of all, Dave Penzer, get that ridiculous look off your face. Second of all, Newcastle, this is what a real woman looks like. Not like this, not like that, not like this young trollop. This is a real woman, not Gail Kim. And thirdly, AJ Styles, you did not defeat me tonight. You have not defeated me in Australia at all. I am still undefeated in this rotten country. And you are such an embarrassment that you had to have Gail Kim come out here and protect you from me. Well, you know what? I found a real woman and a real athlete in Nydia. So if the two of you think you're so tough, why don't you both come down here right now?
Everybody put your hands up. I want to see you with your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. I want to see you with your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. I want to see you with your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. I want to see you with your hands up. Everybody put your hands up. They come in the back, relax and flip that. Cause I'm telling you, so what you wanted to do, you can't evade back. Because of the loss of that. You know what they wanted to do, cause I'm telling you, you can't.
Well, looks like she's not coming alone, guys.
I didn't think she was going to. Seeing Gail Kim in her very, showing up quite at the right time. In that previous matchup, after the match was over, between AJ Styles and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Here comes AJ Styles, but remember, both he and Daniels are fresh out of that third of three that ended just moments ago.
Matter of fact, with Styles favoring his back, walking down the ramp here in Newcastle, which I'm sure has not exactly escaped the gaze of one Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Of course not. He's the one that caused the injury. I wonder if Newcastle's ever seen anything like Gail Kim and or Nydia.
I couldn't begin to tell you. Looks like it's a pretty good-looking crowd to me.
I'll tell you, Nydia, what was she doing in the ring when Daniels was talking? Look at the Bristol Stomp or the St. Vitus Dance or something. She has issues.
Well, I think the St. Vitus Dance is outlawed in Newcastle.
Let's hope so.
A bit of a strategy session between Daniels and Nydia. What kind of strategy those two have is anyone's guess.
Well, they're not swapping hair tips, I can tell you that.
Well, he's very Lombardi-esque in his coaching. Let's see how he does here.
Not at all like Steve Lombardi. I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
Wow.
Oh, the other one.
Wow.
My
I believe AJ Styles just called Nydia a stupid hooker.
Isn't that redundant?
What kind of talk is that from AJ? But he was a good boy.
What kind of talk is that from Scott?
Interesting mixed tag. AJ Styles and Gail Kim facing the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels and Nydia. Yeah, mixed tag, and I guess the matchmakers here in Australia are going to let this one go, despite the fact that AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels have already experienced quite a grueling matchup here tonight.
I think it speaks volumes that of the two members of that team on camera right now, one of them has the word angel in their name, and it ain't Nydia.
There's nothing angelic about Nydia, apparently, is what you're trying to make.
Yeah.
All right, Nydia now telling the referee she needs a moment. What does she need? What is this?
What is she doing? Is this more dancing?
That looks... I'm no expert.
I'll say.
Who's working
Sorry.
camera two, by the way?
That looks to be some sort of form of Tai Chi.
Gesundheit.
bit of a stretching, which is all very well and good, except when the bell rings.
The bell has rung. I mean, let's just be honest.
Well, I'm sure Gail Kim would love to ring Nydia's bell.
Uh-oh. She almost did just then. Oh, look at Gail Kim all over Nydia in the corner.
Gail Kim and Nydia haven't exactly been the best of friends on this tour of Australia, shall we say.
Now,
I'm really understating the cause.
Well, the fights in the motel lobby have been better than the ones in the ring for the most part. The ones in the ring have been great.
Ooh, the camera work here kind of smacks of Jackie Crockett from the old WCW days.
speaking of smacking Jackie Crockett, when was, oh, wait a minute, clean break there.
Nydia and Gail Kim facing each other, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, for the third time in this Australian tour, albeit now in a mixed tag setting. All bets are off in this one.
Interesting you mentioned Jackie Crockett, the one man who couldn't get lucky with a fistful of pardons outside a woman's prison.
Gail Kim now with the armbar. Nydia not afraid to grab the hair, not afraid to take the shortcut, not afraid to take the easy way out.
And Nydia's not afraid to grab the ropes, too.
They teach her that in Tough Enough. Al Snow teach her that. Bill DeMott teach her that.
Yeah, I think they did, actually.
Now here we go.
She makes the tag to the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Are we going to see...
Well, I would think that the rules would have to be that...
I think Gail Kim is game to be facing Christopher Daniels.
No, I think she's...
I
I take it back. She's ready to go against the Fallen Angel.
She's a former women's champion.
She knows that Christopher Daniels just fought a 25-minute matchup with AJ Styles.
Still, perhaps it probably wouldn't be the best, most even matchup, but...
Hats off to the camera work, by the way. As Daniels, our crew working very hard here on this tour.
We're not missing a shot.
Oh, they're actually going to lock up here.
No, check
not
that.
Quite.
Gail Kim going out of her way to make sure they don't lock up. Very good strategy, actually. And the Fallen Angel is realizing this Gail Kim is quite a handful.
Oh, nice escape by Gail Kim.
Oh.
Into an armbar.
Look at that.
Good night. She's locking up with the Angel.
And putting the pressure on. And yet Daniels seems to be more stunned than hurt.
Uh-oh.
Check that.
Handful of hair. Into the ropes. Leapfrog, Gail Kim. Tilt-a-whirl, no. Head scissors takeover.
And Christopher Daniels has had enough of Gail Kim.
Oh, this is not one for the Christopher Daniels highlight tape. Having to take 5 on the outside, locking up with Gail Kim.
That's quite an extensive highlight tape, but you're right. That moment will not be on there.
We'll edit that out in post.
Of course we will. That's
Now,
what Daniels would like, but no such going.
Nydia back at... Oh, Nydia wants to square off with AJ Styles.
All right, what's fair is fair. Let's see. Certainly Gail Kim fared rather well against the Fallen Angel.
Certainly did.
Fighting women is not exactly AJ Styles stock and trade.
Wow, look at that. All guns a-blazing. Arms flailing around.
Well, she is set on go.
And a slap that hit absolutely nothing.
I don't know if I'd call that nothing. Whoa! In comes the Fallen Angel. Here we go again with these two. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels could watch them all night. High vertical.
Perhaps
Blood rushing to the head of Daniels. AJ waiting for the moment. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Ooh.
There was no other counter other than an eye rake.
Right into the eye of AJ Styles, a great equalizer.
Yeah, the old Greco-Roman move perfected by Mo Howard back in 1935.
I didn't know Mo wrestled Greco, to be honest with you.
No, when I was Chick Donovan in 35.
Sam Greco.
35?
Aussie. Into the ropes.
Oh,
leapfrogging over his own partner. AJ. Oh! Most action Nydia's had in 6 months.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, wait a minute. Now Gail Kim getting called in here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Row, row, row the boat.
And this is not exactly gently down anybody's stream.
No!
Wow.
Make a wish.
Life is about a dream team, and it's AJ Styles and Gail Kim.
AJ into the rope. Baseball slide is great. What a drop kick.
Right on the chin of the fallen angel. And the ad hoc team of AJ Styles and Gail Kim is reaping some serious dividends here tonight in Newcastle. Looks like Nydia and Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels are trying to regroup here.
It's like Nydia's trying to haunt a house.
And Daniels and Nydia realizing that there's no experience in the form of Styles and Gail Kim, obviously, as a tag team. Well, look, Nydia's trying to teach Daniels some Tai Chi.
No time for Tai Chi.
Hot yoga, something.
Maybe for regular guys. No, I didn't buy it either.
Here we go. Gut shot from Nydia on Gail Kim. Fans in Newcastle didn't know they were going to get this mixed tag team contest.
Unadvertised. This just happened. This happened as a result of what happened earlier. Gail Kim coming to the save of AJ Styles.
Nice arm drag that time by Gail Kim, and Nydia shot all the way across the ring.
And any opportunity to see AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels in yet another encounter is definitely worth it.
Absolutely. Reversal. Gail, oh, wait a second.
Daniels got the leg of Gail Kim
We
while the
assume so.
referee.
It's out of camera range.
Oh,
Daniels pretending like he's talking to the crowd when in reality moments ago he
hang
tripped
on
up.
a second. Lateral press and a 2 count that time.
Well, Gail Kim meets up with a face full of Matt.
Now Nydia. Ooh. Beak first into the canvas.
Sure, Gail Kim loves you referring to her nose as a beak.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we
All
go
done.
again. Oh,
Wow.
the hard way right across the ring into the wrong side of town.
Nydia awfully proud of her exploits here this evening in Newcastle, as Gail Kim is definitely seeing some serious stars.
Oh, and Nydia opening up. Forearm shots on Gail Kim. Looked like she wanted to tag out to the Fallen Angel, but now we do. One more gut shot in there on Gail Kim, and look at this.
Boy, Daniels is actually looking forward to a counter to beat up on
Whoa!
Gail. Gail Kim firing back, chop across the chest, make it a pair.
Got him again. Another chop. Uh-oh, Daniels has had it. Backs Kim into the corner. Nydia back into the ring, putting the boots to the midsection of Gail Kim. Snap her out of the corner. Hair first.
Kind of hard to miss those long flowing locks of Gail Kim. In fact, not exactly lost on Nydia. And knee squarely into the back of Gail Kim. Boy, Nydia is absolutely ruthless in her assault here this evening, here in Newcastle, on the International Assault Tour 2005.
Still to come, World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Rhino to defend against NWA Kingpin Jeff Jarrett and Team 3D. What do they have in store for us later on? Lateral press by Nydia, only a 2 count that time. Another lateral press and a 2 count again.
Nydia trying her darndest to get maybe a quick surprise pin on Gail Kim, but Gail Kim is not going to go down without a fight.
That's what I heard. Into the top turnbuckle.
Dr. Freud, call your service.
Oh, shoulder block into the midsection. And Nydia. Well, you know, I've poked a lot of fun at Nydia during this contest, but so far, oh, until that one. She was impressing me, but Gail Kim stepped out of the way.
I don't think anybody's doing any poking here as Nydia goes sailing shoulder first into that iron post. Meant to support the turnbuckles. Doesn't do many favors for the shoulder, though.
Not hardly. Did Gail Kim make the tag to AJ Styles? Oh, and Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel. Oh, with a forearm shot for AJ, too. What a piece of work that guy is.
Hey, Daniels making sure that no tag takes place.
They catch the
Daniels wants Gail Kim. Oh, this is a bad break for Miss Kim, no doubt.
Daniels has been waiting to get his hands on Gail Kim since we saw that.
Sure across, came into the rope, stuck the clothesline, the fallen angel up top. Oh, got it! Gail Kim, terrific counter into the DDT.
Of the tornado variety. Christopher Daniels had no idea what was in store. Too cocky, too confident, thinking, well, Gail Kim is just a woman. I'll say, and quite a woman indeed.
Absolutely, a woman just DDT'd in the middle of the ring. Look at AJ Styles. Doing everything he can. There's the tag. And here comes a phenomenal one. Wipes out the fallen angel. Running lariat. Back elbow. And AJ Styles. There's a lariat. Down goes Daniels. Back elbow. Down goes Daniels. Sets him. Up top. High vertical. Escape. Neck breaker.
And Daniels making sure his head is still attached to his neck.
I'm not sure it is. AJ Styles. Sets it up again, inverted DDT. Back press, hooks the leg, 2, and no.
And as you pointed out earlier, these two athletes just encountered quite a grueling 25-plus minute matchup. Yes, this is a mixed tag team environment here, but still. Ooh, what on earth? But that was close.
Too close.
That's very unusual for AJ.
Take a long shower later. Ooh!
An atomic drop into a meeting of the mind, so to speak. If you want to call what Nydia has on in her head as a mind.
Yeah,
Well, what started off as some ambitious plans for Daniels and Nydia. Look at this. Missed the clothesline.
Gail Kim running over Daniels. I'll be damned.
Unbelievable.
Wow, Gail Kim and AJ Styles victorious. You can bet Daniels in shock.
I mean, with the top rope Rana from Gail Kim onto Christopher Daniels, and she pinned him. She pinned Christopher Daniels.
Is this the first time in Christopher Daniels' career that he has been pinned by a woman competitor? Remarkable if it is. Remarkable.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Great teamwork. Great teamwork from AJ Styles and Gail Kim. You can bet, certainly. It'll be a big celebration in Newcastle tonight.
Although remarkable to the fact that AJ Styles and Gail Kim have never appeared together as a mixed tag team before. And in any tag team, it's a situation of chemistry. Either you got it or you don't. And you seldom find it the first time out. They found it here tonight. AJ Styles and Gail Kim victorious in mixed tag team action here in Newcastle.
Wow, you can bet Nydia and Christopher Daniels are going to have some words for each other, I'm guessing, sir, as this situation started off with good intentions.
Good intentions? You must be kidding me.
Gail Kim pinned Christopher Daniels. Have we forgotten that? What in the world is going on?
That is definitely one for Gail Kim's highlight reel.
Absolutely. The Angel wants to forget this tour ever happened.
Oh, well, good. Now they made up. That's. Oh, hang on.
That's not a way for a fallen angel to act.
Well, it looked innocent.
It did?
How about a nice?
Guys, come on. I mean, you never hugged.
Oh, man.
That's how he speaks.
Oh!
Looks like Christopher Daniels got his front end realigned. His furniture shellacked, courtesy of Nydia.
Good. Note to self, don't go around Nydia.
All right, we're continuing here in the International Assault Tour. Up next, it's Team 3D in action here in Newcastle. As Brother Ray, Brother Devon return to action. They have held 17 World Tag Team titles in their decorated career. Certainly started off in ECW, made huge international stars for themselves in the WWE, and now have come here to Newcastle tonight for tag team action as part of the International Assault Tour. It's Team 3D versus Jesus Aguilera and Lee Starr from Newcastle.
We've talked about it before, but take a look at the size of the guns on Brother Devon.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Speaking of guns.
Miss Parsippany in the ring.
Who's that?
Miss Parsippany, New York? I love that town.
Wow, they really put him out on the road where they're holding the title, aren't they? She's Miss Parsippany, and she's opening a Walmart in Newcastle.
Gotta diversify.
Wow, he gave her the lovely shirt for the kiss in the cheek.
That's a lovely shirt. Jeremy, your fashion sense needs a work.
Stole that from Sick Boy in 1996.
And he can have it. My favorite color is plaid. Did you know that?
Here we go. Team 3D to take on Lee Starr and Jesus Aguilera. More Bobby Fulton? What is going on?
Boy, the specter of Jackie Fargo is hanging over the event here tonight. The Fargo strut, but it's short-lived happily as Jesus Aguilera and Brother Devon hook it up. Tag team action tonight from Newcastle.
I didn't think it was possible, but I think Jesus Aguilera has hiked his pants up another 5 inches.
Oh, those Abdullah fashion sense, it's timeless.
There's
Forever.
everybody's grandfather is what it is.
On a shoulder block from Jesus, certainly stopping Brother Devon squarely in the tracks.
Shoulder block on Brother Devon in the corner. And for all the fun we make of his fashion sense, like I can make fun of anyone's, Jesus is not just a green rookie right out of wrestling school. The man knows what he's doing in the ring.
Former WWE superstar.
Recovering from a neck injury, but now he has told us he is at more than 100%. He's better off now through the training, through the rehabilitation, better off than he was before this neck injury, and certainly he's feeling good in the ring, and from all indications, ready to take it to Team 3D.
Well, that's very good. You better feel more than just merely good when your tag team opponents are Brother Ray and Brother Devon.
Jesus actually spent some time as a bodyguard to Carlito Colon in the WWE, so you know all the people that hated that guy when he first broke in. He was getting in fights every 5 seconds. Starr from the middle rope dropped the elbow on Brother Devon.
And Lee Starr now going to town on a seemingly somewhat incapacitated Brother Devon. Oh, check that.
Whoa!
And Devon returns the favor in kind with a hip toss.
Scooping a slam on Lee Starr for Brother Devon. Devon into the ropes. Oh! Gonna drop the leg across the throat of Lee Starr and only got a 2 count.
Starr is able to roll a shoulder in time. And Brother Devon has designs on a tag, and I think Brother Ray might be game. What do you think? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Brother Ray and Lee Starr. Lee Starr quickly sliding out of the grasp of Brother Devon. Is he going to make the tag to Jesus Aguilera?
I think Lee might be game to tangle a little bit with Brother Ray.
Oh, wait a minute.
What are they looking
They
for?
lost something.
They lost something in the turnbuckle?
Perhaps. I wonder if he misplaced it. I wonder if it's his
Looking for Nydia's morality.
gimmick stick. I don't know what he's got.
A gimmick stick.
Oh, there it is.
That's
I guess
what
he
it
found
was.
Oh, phew. Thank heavens. I thought it was lost forever.
Located right
Is he in
between
jewelry?
his index and ring finger.
Oh, and Lee Starr complaining to the referee about that.
Oh,
What
Lee-
does he expect the
Uh-oh.
referee to do?
Whoop,
Oh,
the straps go down. You know what that means.
Little
We're in
Lawler-esque
Memphis.
there from Mr. Starr. Taking the straps down. That
Oh,
means
yes.
business.
Lee the King Star. A career that will last till lunchtime.
Here we are. Another test of strength by Lee Starr.
Perhaps one of the most bizarre strategies in pro wrestling history. Or certainly here in Newcastle, I should point out. Crowd firmly behind Brother Ray. Although Lee Starr has made somewhat of a name for himself in Australia, I don't think he's made too many friends there.
Well, he's not in the business to pick up friends. He's in here to pick up a paycheck and certainly make a name for himself.
Oh, wow.
There's a name.
Test of strength. I'd say Brother Ray won.
Not of a test of strength, but that's a stinging slap across the chest from a rather angry Brother Ray. And Jesus is not particularly eager to get involved in the tag team action.
Oh, and Brother Ray right across the upper back. And Lee Starr, good night. One shot. That guy's doubled over, walking like Fred Sanford.
Elizabeth, he's coming.
I guess.
And it looks as though Lee Starr is going to have to reformulate his game plan.
Well, all on his own. Looks like Jesus is.
Yeah, did Jesus hit the bricks? What happened?
No, he's putting some space between himself and the tagging hands of his tag team partner.
Oh, the straps are back up, thank goodness.
We're sweating that one out, Scott.
That certainly reduces the possibility of an accidental mooning.
Really?
I would think.
Oh, I have no idea.
Whoever's running camera 2 down there. Now what?
This is right out of Duck Soup.
Oh,
So is that. The version you didn't see, the director's cut.
I love duck soup. Into the ropes. Lee Starr. Brother Ray drops it. Back elbow. Hooks the near leg. Brother Ray, what do you think, Steven? This guy's got to be, what, 330? He's huge.
Yeah, I think 320, thereabouts, regardless. A powerful, powerful guy. I remember him back in my days in ECW. He was just one of those guys who I just went out of my way not to mess with, and even in the most minute ways, saying, "How are you doing, sir? See ya."
Good idea.
Yeah, it's just a good career plan on my part.
I was the same way with Juventud Guerrera.
Well, you're a soft sell, aren't you?
Uh-oh. Another test of strength.
Brother Ray is right-handed.
And the referee is demonstrating how this goes. That's weird.
Good research done there, JB. Oh, here we go. Now he's actually doing the kid a favor. I'll give you my weak hand. Let's do a test of strength. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he's using the good hand now.
Rethought it.
Oh, that's the weak hand. No, the dog's.
Is he right-handed or left-handed?
Yes.
You can tell by the way I use my...
Up, copyright.
Oh, man, I could have done without that.
And a hip thrust.
Oh! Into a neck breaker.
Here comes Jesus. There goes Jesus.
Into the ropes goes Aguilera. Uh-oh, no, into the corner. Hang on. Oh! 330. Oh, is it that late already? And there's Brother Dion. Go behind. Jesus over the top from the clothesline of Brother Devon.
Well, and Jesus is licking his wounds, so to speak. And the team of Starr and Aguilera wondering what they got themselves into here tonight. And Brother Ray's having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that big toothy grin.
You know what's next. You know what Devon is looking for. Something underneath the ring. Some sort of plunder. And it's, yes, you guessed it, a ladder.
Lee Starr drawing on his experience all those years at the Home Depot. Brother Ray drops the ladder in center ring. Lee Starr all but out across the way.
You know, I'm sorry, what kind of experience could you have to avert getting a ladder shoved into your mouth?
Well, it's a good point. Brother Ray.
Oh, ouch! Back first on that aluminum ladder. Not good news if you're the back of Lee Starr.
Just right across the throat. The referee will call for the break here.
I think just out of camera range, I think Devon just KO'd Jesus with a bottle of water.
Opened up a can of something out there. Right hand tattooing Jesus back onto the apron.
Would that be a can of Vegemite?
I might. Now watch Lee Starr with that ladder. into the midsection.
The ladder that Team 3D brought into the ring.
Uh-oh. Ladder propped up in the corner. Lee Starr boots the midsection of Brother Ray. Forearm shot to the back of the head. Meanwhile, Jesus Aguilera has Brother Devon tied up in the guardrail. There's Devon fighting back. Oh!
Wow.
Mercy, hip toss right into the ladder. That's not good for one's frame.
Look at this. Look at this. Has the ladder up, and no, he's not. Turn around, or maybe don't turn around.
Oh!
Boy, Brother Ray just crowned Jesus Aguilera.
Jesus got the ladder into the top of the skull.
Wow.
How was he still conscious?
Boy, he's busted up. He's busted open.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah, not too many soft edges on an aluminum ladder, last I checked. Brother Ray measuring what's left of Lee Starr.
Oh, I mean, that ladder has really cracked Jesus Aguilera wide open.
Well, when you step in the ring with 3D, chances are you've got a good chance of either ending the match with a broken bone or a busted up forehead.
You're not going to get a massage in a tag team against Team 3D. But Jesus finding some inspiration somewhere. And Brother Devon responds with a big elbow.
Oh! They
Pardon me. Penzer's microphone.
grabbed Pinzer's mic over there. For Pete's sake. This is sheer brutality. Poor Jesus Aguilera losing a lot of fluid in there.
I sure hope they don't use Dave Penzer as a foreign object.
Half of it's blood.
Good point. Wow. He has turned it into a bloody mess. Oh, and thank God he's got a chair.
Making a pair of chairs. Oh! Steel chair right in the bread basket.
Oh, no.
That's not a bread basket, though.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
And the family tree of Jesus Aguilera ends here this evening in Newcastle.
Even the ref felt that one.
Oh, right in Alice Springs.
No, Newcastle.
Oof. Look at Lee Starr. Oh, that helped. Spaghetti arm clothesline. No impact. Drop Lee Starr. Scooping a slam on Jesus.
Jesus is no small potatoes. And Brother Ray. Oh, it's
no.
time for the what's up.
Oh, he's busted up top, and now he's going to be busted up down low. Oh!
Oh, there's a convincing headshot, for lack of a better term, from Brother Devon. Time to testify.
Oh! Boy, Brother Ray really tattooing what's left of Jesus Aguilera.
With the top part of Jesus Aguilera's hair red, it's sort of red roosterish.
Asking you shall receive a table now about to be set up by Team 3D. Tag team has probably put more people through tables than any other team in wrestling history.
Oh!
But unbeknownst to Team 3D, Jesus and Mr. Starr were ready with a clothesline. Brother Ray and Brother Devon didn't see it coming. What a turn of events. Big leg drop from Jesus. And Brother Ray gets a face full of turnbuckle for his effort. Jesus now going to town on Brother Ray.
Reversal. Jesus into the corner, walks the ropes, and down goes Brother Ray. Lateral press. Is it over? Just like that, and no.
And a missile dropkick for Mr. Starr.
Lateral press, only a 2 count for Brother Devon. But Lee Starr somehow has gotten his team back into this one. Jesus Aguilera still, oh, man. Big boot to the face. Is it over? 2 and no.
Brother Ray barely able to get his shoulder up in time. How much more of that he's capable of is anyone's guess. Drop toe hold and a big leg drop from the massive Jesus.
Is this it? 2 and no. Starr and Aguilera have come so close to scoring the upset victory here at International Assault 2005.
Well, arguing with the referee is not going to give you a victory, or neither is putting your knee in the gut of the referee.
Wait a minute. Ducking the clothesline in. Good God, the referee wiped them both out.
Unbelievable. Mind you, if you're going to defend yourself, you might as well do what you can.
And the referee can't believe it either. I guess he's seen it so many times he thought he'd give it a shot. Meanwhile, double pin. Is this it? 2? No.
I'll tell you, this match has had more hills and valleys than we ever would have imagined. Thought it was going to be maybe a version of a cakewalk from Team 3D, and Starr and Aguilera beg to differ, no doubt.
Oh, wait a minute. Now Jesus has a chair. Oh!
Oh, right across the back of Brother Devon, and across the back of Brother Ray. Ruthless, ruthless aggression on the part of Jesus Aguilera. And the Lee Starr.
Look who's standing. It's Jesus and Lee Starr.
And they're setting up the table. Oh, boy, that's perhaps some just desserts in some respect.
Oh, this is impossible. They're going to suplex. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not. They suplexed it, but not through a table.
Brother Ray making sure that table gets out of harm's way. Jesus putting the boots to Brother Ray. And Lee Starr going to town on the head of Brother Devon. Whoop, there goes Jesus.
Back outside, Lee Starr. Oh, never saw that one coming. Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. He's helpless up there. Shoulder high. Oh!
A nod towards their mentors, the Road Warriors, a doomsday device. Oh, in comes Jesus, breaking up that pin attempt.
Here
Reversal.
it is. Here it is.
Hello, 3D.
Got him with the 3D.
Considering the size of Jesus, that's impressive feat indeed. Perhaps having designs on Mr. Starr as well.
Jesus just rolled outside.
Well, there's a perfectly good table that has been completely undestroyed in the ring. How tempting is that for Team 3D?
Well, they're going to give in to temptation. Brother Ray perched high above the ring. Brother Devon going to give him the easy way up top. And watch this one. No!
Splinters are flying here in Newcastle here tonight. Brother Devon on top of the fallen Lee Starr. Oh, dear.
It.
Who would have ever guessed?
Good night.
Team 3D gets the victory. Look at this. Powerbomb from the top to the table. And a young man in the ring there. A little souvenir to take home with him tonight from Newcastle. Team 3D, your winners. Brother Ray and Brother Devon victorious. Oh, a second fan in there.
Potentially some future 3Ders. Maybe for International Assault Tour 2020, we'll be seeing these youngsters in action.
Oh,
ouch,
man.
There it was, the 3D, the finishing maneuver of Team 3D. And they are victorious. Guys, up next, it's our main event. Challenging for the World Series of Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship is the man who holds the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Direct from the Music City, this is Jeff Jarrett. His opponent tonight defeated Jarrett to become the first ever World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. Our very first night of the tour back in Melbourne. Tonight, it's Rhino defending against the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett steps into the ring in a unique position as the challenger.
Is scheduled for one fall with a 1 hour time limit. It is for World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing 245 pounds. He is the current NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Jarrett!
And Jeff Jarrett's finding himself in the most uncharacteristic position of being 0-2 of a best of, actually in a series of 3 matches taking out throughout this Australian tour.
Jeff Jarrett, the only good thing to come out of Nashville is I-24.
Ouch.
Break.
Jarrett certainly a decorated world champion. At the same time, the man-beast Rhino has been getting the best of Jarrett lately.
What, am I in the wrong building? I thought there was a wrestling event going on here tonight. Looks like a wanker convention.
Nope, you're in the right place.
I got a couple of questions to ask you. How'd the Newcastle Knights do this year in the rugby league football?
Oh.
What happened to the Ashes?
That's stiff.
After driving around this town today, I know now that there is only one human being that has any brains in this town. And you know who that is? Andrew Johns. He's the only smart one who got the hell out of this hellhole, and I'm going to join him tomorrow and leave here. But before I do that, I'm going to add one more piece of gold around my waist. So choke on that, slap nut.
Wow. Hitting home.
Wow, that is some stiff words from a man who is not even the champion. He's the NWA champion, but here comes our champion, the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Rhino.
They call him the War Machine. They call him the Man Beast, the Master of the Gore from Detroit, Michigan.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 275 pounds. He is the current defending World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Rhino!
And the explosive power of Rhino will soon to be on display here this evening. This great event from Newcastle. We've seen it in previous DVDs earlier on of the Australian tour. I mean, this Rhino, almost impossible to beat. This guy is on a roll, and he gets nothing less than NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett. That's indeed impressive.
Defeating Jarrett 2 matches in a row on this tour. A feather in anyone's cap.
Rhino, a very proud World Heavyweight Champion of the World Series Wrestling, and would look forward to nothing more than to leaving Australia as still the champion. He can do it. He's got the track record to prove it.
Oh, absolutely. ECW World Heavyweight Champion, NWA World Heavyweight Champion with TNA, and now World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. No stranger to the pressure.
The thousands of fans here in unison with Jarrett. Jarrett's a wanker.
Really? Is that true, Scott?
Yes, they're saying that. I don't know if it's true or not. You're going to have to ask Jeff. I'll answer that on one condition.
Oi, what's that?
You tell me what a wanker is, other than $3.
Really? It's a cut rate?
Well, Nydia had a price card backstage.
Price card.
Hey, Jeff, I don't know if you can read, but do you see what that kid's sign says? Rhino, give Jeff Jarrett the gore. I don't know. Do you want to see me gore this son of a bitch?
The ref? Do not gore the ref.
No, I think he's referring to Jeff Jarrett.
And in case you didn't hear, they were calling you a wanker.
Yes, they were.
Jarrett's a wanker.
Is that an old Australian folk song?
It's a new one now.
Well,
JB, you did the prep for this tour. What is a wanker?
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say it here on this DVD, but I can tell you everywhere that we have gone, for the Sydney Harbor to Melbourne at the Crown Casino, everywhere we go, everyone is coming up to Jeff Jarrett and simply calling him a wanker. And he, quite frankly, has been irate. He's been a real irritation to be around this entire tour.
Not hard to believe Jeff Jarrett being irritating. I had no idea.
He has lost 2 nights in a row. It's obviously thrown him off his game. But tonight, he hopes to leave here with the World Series of Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
Is it like a political party? Like it makes you a Republican or a Democrat or a wanker?
I do know a lot of left wing or a right wing wanker. No?
I do know a lot of both politicians that are wankers, yes. But I do not think it's an official party. Here we go. It's the Jackie Fargo strut from Jeff Jarrett.
Was Jackie Fargo a wanker, is the question.
Many people think so, yes.
I heard Bobby Fulton was.
Oh, yikes. It's just too easy. Right, Jeff?
Look at Jeff. Look, Jeff Jarrett turning the top turnbuckle into a lazy boy.
Or vice versa.
I heard you could be a wanker and a lazy boy, too.
So Jarrett likes to challenge the fans. Jarrett likes to encourage the fans to get in the ring and tie it up with him.
Well, security here in Newcastle tonight is going to make sure none of that takes place. That's the last thing we need. I think Jeff Jarrett needs to be a lot more concerned about Rhino than the throng here tonight in Newcastle.
Say what you will about Jeff Jarrett, but Jeff is approaching this contest. You would never know from watching how this has transpired so far that Jeff Jarrett is the challenger for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah,
he comes in with the confidence and the cockiness of a champion, even though he doesn't have the belt.
My point exactly. There's definitely no loss in confidence in Jeff Jarrett. I guess once you're the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion, frankly, obviously the confidence probably comes along with that belt. But against a competitor of the caliber and the explosiveness of Rhino, I would second guess that.
Nice hip toss by Jeff Jarrett. Well, here we are again.
You know, that dance looked ridiculous back in the 30s, and it looks ridiculous back in 2005.
Yes, it does. But I don't think he's doing it to try to win any contest. Wait a minute, reversal. Rhino into the ropes, shoulder block by the man beast. Step over by Rhino, the champion. Blocked the hip toss, blocked it again. Whoa, short arm clothesline on the challenger. And the world champion sets him up for the gore. It's going to be over just like that.
Rhino is hoping to make short work of Jeff Jarrett. And he's going to do it. Oh, check that, though. Jarrett bails out. Last possible second. And Rhino has seen enough. Thank you very much.
I don't think Jarrett knew Rhino followed him out.
Yeah, he knows now. Champion. He knows now. Go to as Rhino opening up on the skull of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh!
Face full of security railing.
Rhino taking the measure of Jeff Jarrett. Shoots him in. Back into the ring.
Jeff Jarrett loves to take the fight out to the crowd, and Rhino's not going to let that happen. You're not going to get any victories out in the stands.
Now Rhino into the corner mount. Jarrett. Rhino reining him into the temple.
Volley full of fists right to the head of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, and the world champion. A little beauty shot, and he paid the price. Oh, and a hot shot across the top rope.
Good heavens. Neck first on that, over that top rope. And my point, that's a steel cable. We call them ropes, but that's a steel cable, and they're none too pleasant feeling.
We have seen Nathan Jones destroy an opponent tonight. We've seen Team 3D have a hard-fought but brutal victory in tag team action. We saw AJ Styles deliver and win the best-of-3 series against the fallen angel Christopher Daniels. Frankie Kazarian wins the triple threat contest. What will this main event here in the Newcastle version of International Assault 2005, what has it got in store for us?
It's the final stop on this Australian tour, and one of these two incredible athletes wants to leave quite a favorable impression on the masses here in Australia. And with Rhino and Jeff Jarrett hanging in the balance here, all bets are off, frankly, but Rhino is on a roll. I think my money would have to go with Rhino.
Adrian, the promoter here, and of course all the gang putting on the International Assault Tour, have to kind of be wondering at this point what the future plans are. For one of these two men leaving tonight will be a champion, and certainly will be involved in future tours. with the International Assault and the World Series Wrestling. I'm wondering at this point if Rhino, knowing that he has this championship under firm grasp now with one victory last night in Sydney against Jeff Jarrett, I wonder how his confidence is doing against the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
I think there's plenty of confidence, certainly within the explosive persona of one Rhino.
Oh, just a handful of hair. Jeff Jarrett yanks Rhino back to the canvas, lateral press. Hooks the far leg. Can he hang on? No, only a 2 count. Again. Cradle, only a 2.
Rhino is made out of some strong stuff, and he's not going to go down quietly by any stretch of the imagination. No matter what Jeff Jarrett can dish out. And we know that Jarrett is capable of some very devious tactics, both in the ring as well as outside the ring. And Rhino is well aware of what Jeff Jarrett brings to any match, much less a championship match of this caliber on the final stop on this Australian tour.
Into the midsection. Rhino stands up. Jarrett ducks a clothesline. Oh, double clothesline, and both men go down.
Both these athletes thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time. At the rate they're going, they both risk a double count out. Or a double countdown, I should say.
Rhino's World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship on the line. Jarrett's NWA Heavyweight title not at stake in this one. The fans here in Newcastle, in Australia, seeing wrestling at its finest on International Assault 2005.
I'm sure Rhino's looking forward to his next opportunity to wrestle Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm sure the matchmakers of TNA will be more than happy to oblige when the opportunity presents itself, as Rhino now opening up on Jeff Jarrett here in Newcastle.
No!
Oh, a big shoulder block right to the gut.
Sort of a mini gore.
A goreless, if you might say.
You might not.
I might not. You're right. Okay.
Belly to belly, and only a 2 count on the side press with the leg hooked.
Well, Jeff Jarrett just got out on the wire on that one. A fraction of a second away from a victory by Rhino and the retention of that title.
Knee into the midsection. Rhino setting up Jarrett. Oh, no!
Wow.
Good night. It's one thing when you know it's coming, but the referee, B.B. Cochran, had no idea. Jarrett ducked out of the way, and I mean, he tattooed the official.
Well, he grabs the belt and the guitar.
How unusual for Jeff Jarrett, he said knowingly. With tongue planted firmly in cheek, Jeff Jarrett going for that oft-used guitar. The referee wants, seeing what's about to transpire here, a second referee, he wants none of it.
Watch Jarrett with that guitar. Missed him.
A swing and a miss.
Rhino's got the guitar. The referee, Cochran, will take it away. As well he should. Jarrett. Oh, with the belt right in the face.
The World Series Wrestling belt right on the face of Rhino.
No!
Oh, good heavens!
Oh, no!
Jeff Jarrett has just stolen the world title. It's outright theft.
This is horrible.
Outright theft.
Look at that shot. I guess he really nailed him with it. I had no idea, but Jeff Jarrett, now the world champion of the NWA and the World Series Wrestling. Oh, that's disgusting.
What a night it's been here in Newcastle. Jarrett leaves with both the NWA and the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Championships.